Very good. So now for number 5, again, page 26, we could graph it if the graph grid was big enough, but if it's not, you have to simplify the fraction. So can I keep going? Yeah, I could go rise over run and it'll still hit it. It'll hit the dot, but I want to make it simpler, so I could keep dividing by 2. And that's 1 over 3. So now rise over run, right? Because it's positive. So what's my new equation? Now you got to replace it. Y is equal to 1 over 3x minus 5. 1 over 3x minus 5. So there we go. Okay, rise over run. Okay, there you go. So what do you have to do? Again, here's your m, and here's your new m. Okay, there's your m. Okay, so that's what you're doing. All right, so everything stays the same, and this is your y-intercept. Your starting point. Okay, so let me check the graph. Okay, so remember, you go up. Let's check it out. Check it out. Let me go ahead and pause this because. So here we go with number 6. All right. The problem is y is equal to negative 14 over 20 x plus 7. Now, we could graph this if the grid was big enough because it's in y is equal to mx plus b form, right? Okay. But remember, with this one, because there's only one x in the middle, just put it to the top. It makes it a lot easier, less complicated. So, but we can't graph it because it's 14 is, we'll put on the top, and that's fall over run. Fall over run. See that? You're going to fall, and then you're going to run. So we need to simplify it. So m equals 14. Remember, it's a negative, so I'm going to put an arrow so I won't forget. So I'm going to go ahead and do the multiplication. Well, I know 14 is 7 times 2. I know for sure. And I know 20 is 4 times 5. But there's no giant 1. Well, can you break up these products, these numbers right here? Yeah, I could break down the 4. That's going to be 2 times 2. So let's write everything down. 7 times 2, 5. And don't forget, the 4 is now 2 times 2. So now there's your giant 1. So what are you left with? Well, I'm left with 7, and then 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm left with 7/10. But remember, it's a negative. It's a negative. So here we go. Y equals negative 7 over 10x plus 7. Now you could graph it, right? Y equals mx plus b. Fall over run. It's going to fall 7, run 10. And this is what you have to write. There you go. This is your answer. Y is equal to negative 7. Now, the negative can be in the middle if you want. That's fine. Okay? That's fine. All right? But there only could be one negative. All right? So go ahead. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one, right? So with this one, okay, so y is equal to negative 15. So I put it on top. It's usually in the middle, over 25x, right? And so what's your b? What's your starting point? What's your y-intercept? 0, right? Because there's nothing. Don't put 1, because 1 what? There's nothing, not even an x. If there was an x, you put a 1, right? But there's nothing, so 0. This is where we're going to start, but now let's go ahead and simplify. So we know it's going to be a negative. So I'm just going to put the negative down so I don't forget it. All right? So let's go ahead and simplify. So So again, you could divide or use your products of 25 to find your giant 1. Now some of you guys like to divide, so let's see. I could divide by 5, 15 divided by 5, or 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 5 is 25. And that's as far as I could go. So there's your answer, 3 over 5. But remember, it's negative 3 over 5x. There you go. Now, is it going to rise over run? Because it's a change of y over change of x. Or is it going to fall over run? Anybody? Mr. Rana's talking too much. It's going to fall over run. Okay? Fall over run. So it's going to go down. Down 3 over 5. Down 3 over 5. And do as many as you could do, right? There we go. I don't know if I recorded that one. All right, so again, for number 8, it's the same problem, right? But the only thing is that now it's a positive. So all you have to do is just write the same answer. It's the same as number 7. That was a negative, but now it's a positive. So I could just write the same answer, and that's going to be rise over run, okay? Now number 9 is a little tricky, all right? So number 9, it's y is equal to negative 3 plus 10 over 50x. Okay? Negative 3 plus 10 over 50x. Now, can you graph it? Y is equal to mx plus b. Hey, mister, they're switched. Can I switch them? Yeah, you could switch them because you're not doing what you do on one side, you have to do to the other. You're not doing that. You're just switching them because they're all on this side of the equal sign. So you're rearranging. That's what it's called. So it's going to be y is equal to 10 over 50x minus 3. Okay? Minus 3. All right, so now y is equal to m, and then there's your b, your starting point. So then you could do rise over run. Okay? Rise over run. However, you need to simplify. Okay? So 10 over 50, I could divide by 10, and that's 1 over 5. So my new equation is y is equal to 1 over 5x minus 3. Okay? 1 over 5, which is rise over run. Okay? And there you go. Because you're going to get a little quiz on Wednesday, maybe like 2 problems. Okay? 2 problems. It's like a final exam. All right? Where it's the last day, here's your final. Okay? So let's stop here.